Today, I'm going to share with you 5 things you should be saying no to right now as a mompreneur. Listen, every single one of the badass women I know who are able to show up in their business as a powerful CEO, show up in their family as a leader and a present mom, and still have time to pursue hobbies or get a mani and pedi on the weekends without stressing the F out are the best at saying no. But for some of us regular mompreneurs who are straddling these two different worlds of growing a business and raising a family, knowing what to say no to in order to protect our boundaries and our sanity and our peace can be challenging, to say the least. So in this video, I'm going to share the 5 things powerful mompreneurs say no to so they can show up as their absolute best version of themselves while protecting their energy, peace, family life, and business goals. Stick around until the end because I'll be sharing the 5 things you should absolutely be saying yes to, plus I'm throwing in a freebie. So keep watching. By the way, I'm Lindsay and I'm committed to showing up online to support driven but stalled out moms navigate this crazy but insanely fun world of growing businesses and children at the same time. We all know as mom entrepreneurs, we should be setting boundaries. But what we really struggle with the most is knowing what exactly to say no to. Before we jump into the 5 things that you should be saying no to right now, let's talk about why this is so important if you're a mom who wants to either start a business, stay in business, or scale that business to create a multi-6 or 7-figure income. Mastering the art of saying no as a mompreneur empowers you to prioritize what is the most meaningful to you, those things that will bring you the most energy, fulfillment, excitement, life-giving health, or purpose. Giving yourself permission to clear your calendar so that you can do the projects, the events, the activities that light you up, that give you peace, or create more of the vision that you've crafted for your life, the better your life gets. We just need to get comfortable saying no to those C and D level projects or commitments without feeling like life will crumble around us. Because here's the thing, getting really freaking good at saying no to certain things means you protect your energy and your time, 2 of the most precious resources as a mom. And it allows you to create a healthy balance between your business and your family life. And at the end of the day, being an expert knower, is that a word? Definitely not. Being an expert at saying no is going to allow you to create a life and business you absolutely love, instead of operating in survival mode. Let's dive into the 5 things you should be saying no to right now in your life and business. Number 1, perfectionism. Look, I can say with confidence, we all struggle with this on some level, whether it's a desire to get an A+ or a gold star on a project, or a fear of being judged negatively if we put something out into the world that isn't perfect, or we have a deep-seated fear of failure. All have reasons why we stall and hem and haw over projects or our next business idea. But listen, perfectionism is stalling our productivity, our creativity, our motivation, and our business growth. And stalled out moms eventually quit. And I don't want that for you. So we've got to say no to perfectionism in our lives. Cut it out. Full stop. We can get really lost in finding the reason why we have this pattern of perfectionism. And we'll want to dive deep into our past and dredge up all of this history. But at the end of the day, we don't have time for all of that. We just need to get ish done. There's one simple thing you can do to overcome this. Just make a decision to not do it. It's saying no to that showing up in your life. You're just no longer available for it anymore. I know it sounds way too simple to work, but really what it comes down to, that's it. Just saying no to it. It's about being aware and when and how you engage in perfectionism and procrastination. Like maybe you clean the house when you should be starting a project. Maybe you write a to-do list for the 12th time. Maybe you suddenly get lost in a Netflix show. Whatever it is, realize it and make the decision to stop. Make the decision to finish the project, start the new business idea, write the post, commit to it, and hit publish on whatever it is you're stalling on, even if it's not perfect. Like literally right now, today. Okay, number 2, mom guilt. Here's another one I can say confidently that we all experience, whether it's feeling guilty because we didn't spend enough time with our kids during the day, or we relied too much on screen time as a babysitter, or we're struggling with client commitments and we're procrastinating on our business ideas or health goals, again, because our little ones have had 3 straight weeks of sickness. Anyone? Me? It seems like us mompreneurs are on any given day prone to feeling massive amounts of mom guilt for not showing up in a way we think we should, and the amount that we think we should. And this causes us to constantly feel like we are failing, not doing enough, not ahead enough, not good enough. And this causes us to want to quit, to give up, to pull back, and look for a victim story as our way out. Think about it like this. If you were training for a race And every day at practice, your coach made you feel bad for doing a run a certain way, or for taking a 10-minute break when you needed it, or just for running a bit slower than usual. Do you think you'd realistically stay in the sport? Probably not. And yeah, this is what we do to ourselves every single day. And we wonder why we struggle with motivation. But powerful CEO moms who are growing their business know how to say no to this nonsense. They recognize mom guilt when it's showing up in their life and actively disengage with those thoughts. They don't allow it to take hold of their emotions. And when you're able to say no to this soul-crushing feeling, you're able to open up space for more flexibility, for more grace, for more ease, and for a slower, more joyful ride. And here's the thing to remember. Mom guilt creates frenetic energy, and mom grace creates ease and flow. Now, which one do you want to feel more of in your business and life? Ease and flow. Learn to say no to mom guilt. By the way, if you need help processing and getting rid of mom guilt, I've got a video for you right here. The next thing that you should be saying no to right now is number 3, overcommitment. Tell me if this sounds like you. On any given week, you're juggling playdates, family gatherings, social events with friends, kids' sports activities, housework, doctor's appointments, and more. Yikes, that's crazy. Juggling a full schedule is just part of the season of life. I won't say otherwise. There's nothing wrong with a full schedule. This isn't about the amount of things on your calendar or a lack of white space. I mean, what even is white space at this point in our lives, am I right? But it's just about overcommitting to things that do not fully light you up, that don't add massive value to your life, or don't take you in the direction of where you want to go. And that last one is so important. So many times we want to go in a certain direction, like starting a business or doing something new to scale our business or create a new family rhythm or routine. Yet, when it comes to our actual calendar, most activities or obligations on our calendar don't take us in that direction. And we complain about a lack of time when it's really a lack of better decision making on what activities will take us in the direction that we want to go, and being brave and a ruthless editor of our schedules. And hear me when I say this. It does take courage to say no to activities or obligations that seem impossible to say no to. And I want to hold space for that. And this skill set of saying no to calendar stuffing is a learned skill that takes practice, and you won't always get it right. There will be seasons that are more in alignment than others, and that's okay. We're always playing the long game here. But knowing that you need to say no to overcommitting yourself to non-life-giving activities is crucially important to keeping you in the game. Number 4, sacrificing your health. Okay, now this one does come with a caveat, so let me explain. First off, powerful entrepreneurs who have balance and peace in their life say a big heck no to sacrificing their health. This could mean sacrificing sleep or exercise, eating healthy, or mental health. But here's the caveat. This isn't some utopian dream YouTube channel where I'm gonna spit out unicorns and bubblegum cotton candy. This is about real life-ish. So with that being said, there are going to be times when your health may take a back seat when you're starting a business or growing a family. You should always be looking at your life through the filter of seasons. And never live by any sort of absolutes, like if you don't get 8 hours of sleep, you're somehow not a good mom because you don't prioritize self-care, or you're somehow not a high-level entrepreneur who is optimizing every corner of their life. That's crap. There will be and are seasons where all areas of your health may not be front and center, and that's okay. But here's the difference. If you want to eventually have balance and peace and joy and a life that you love, you cannot live in survival mode forever. And that means eventually you have to say heck no to sacrificing your health. That means being a ruthless editor of your time and building in time for consistent sleep, movement, eating healthy, or taking care of your mental health. And here's the thing. At the end of the day, powerful mompreneurs know that building these things into your schedule actually creates the very joy, balance, ease, and fulfillment you're trying to create. Don't think you'll sacrifice in all of these areas and then you'll get the balance, joy, and ease. It doesn't work like that. The reality is all you have is the here and now. So better to create that now, and the best way to do that is prioritize your health today. If you're in a season of life where it can't happen right now because maybe you've got a newborn at home, that's okay. Just be really careful to not let that turn into a forever excuse. Powerful mompreneurs are pros at saying no to sacrificing their health at the altar of everyone else's needs and prioritizing their sleep, their nutrition, their movement, and mental health. Next up, number 5, victim mindset. Okay, this is one of my favorite ones, but also my Achilles heel. That's because I'm pretty good at curating an epic victim story. Not to brag, but I'd probably win awards for my ability to create a sob story full of excuses and reasons why I can't do something and all the things that are stacked against me. And then I'd fill it to the brim with tons of evidence of why my victim story is absolutely true. But here's the thing, and this is powerful, so listen up. Your excuses and your victim story are true. At least 50% true, which is why they are so dangerous. Because you can get lost in all the delicious details of your victim story and be justified in doing so, but it'll never move you along and it'll never take you where you want to go. And that's why you've got to learn to say no to the constant recycling and retelling of your victim stories. Whether it's, I can't work because I have 2 little ones at home and they never leave me alone long enough to get my work done. Or my husband works all the time, so between taking care of kids, the laundry, meals, and snack times and nap times, there's no time left for me to work on my business. Or everything's chaotic right now. I need to have X, Y, Z fall into place before I can start my business. You need to realize in the moment, they're victim stories full of excuses, and you need to stop the retelling of these in your mind. And if you're bristling at this right now, let me give you 2 tips to make it easier for you to say no to victim stories. Number 1, adopt the and number 2, get creative. So what's the and? Well, like I said, your victim story is true, which is why you cling and clutch to it so much. So there's no use in telling your brain it's not true. Work with your brain. When you catch yourself retelling your victim story or your excuses, stop yourself and say, yes, all of this is true, and I can still start and scale my business. The power is in the and. Here's my victim story and my excuses, and I can still move in the direction I want to go. Which brings us to the second part, which is get creative, which means you've got to step into creative problem-solving mode and figure out how to go around your victim story, how to move towards your vision, even if in very small micro movements. Next time you hear your victim story come up, acknowledge it, it's true, and adopt the and get creative with your workarounds. So while I outlined some pretty important things that you should absolutely be saying no to, let's end this video with all the things you should be saying yes to. If you want to start or scale a business as a mom with more flow, more grace, more ease, more balance, say yes to messy action. Say yes to grace. Say yes to a balanced schedule and being a ruthless editor. Say yes to prioritizing your health. Say yes to a growth mindset and stepping into a role of a powerful creative problem solver. And if you want a reminder of this list that you can revisit daily, click the link in the comments and get a free lock screen for your phone. The team and I have created both a yes version and a no version. 5 things you should be saying no to if you want to create more balance and ease in your life as a mom business owner. And if you like this content, hit the thumbs up button and let YouTube know you found this content valuable. Until next time, stay happy, stay balanced, and if that fails, just keep swimming. Bye for now.